The following story is the absolute truth. As a temporary instructor at Kansas State University in Manhattan, Kansas, under the guide of Professor Hanley Jackson, he turned me on to a wonderful artist. His name was Ken Nordine. He performed word jazz, stories, beautiful stories, set to beautiful jazz. He was the inspiration for what I'm about to tell you, but I assure you, this is true. I needed a break. I went to the pool for a few hours of rest from all the bad news in the world, counting the reasons that I was happy to be alive. Slowly, I started to drift into a very deep sleep and began an incredible dream like anything I've ever had, although I have dreamed some amazing symphonies and novels in the past. All the notes from Third Species Counterpoint went through my head, leading to where I'm at. Now, thinking that maybe I should have gone further than that. Oh, I was so comfortable. I was so peaceful. The pool caretaker was charged with emptying the pool. The pool caretaker was charged with emptying the pool while I was resting. He wanted to do it for repairs and new paint. So he opened up the drain at the bottom of the pool, but I fell asleep. I felt myself going slowly downward as I felt the sun being blocked by the pool's walls, causing me to sink deeper into a dreamlike trance. Mixed emotions and well-hidden memories of years gone by coming at me all at once. Suddenly, I felt a pull, a strange acceleration downward. I was sucked into the pool's drain at warp speed. I was pulled into the darkness of the pipes and the waters that had some reflection of light left over. I was moving at the speed of sound, as melodies abound had filled my head with an orchestration of every instrument I ever played. The French horn, the bass, the piano, and then hundreds of electronic keyboards, all boasting to be better than the other, and synthesizers that appeared then faded as I continued to move through the rapids of my thoughts, and the water whisking me away. As the traditional musician said, I am intimidated. I don't want this. These are evil. I woke up to see the scum of the earth itself. Through the drains I saw passing beer cans floating in the opposite directions, roaches, June bugs, cigarette butts, toilet paper, and little brown torpedoes, and peas and carrots and corn and cotton and anything else that had been flushed down a toilet. The The smell was amazingly similar to a pond with immense amounts of algae caused by the lack of fresh rain and fresh fish. These were fish I could not recognize, and they were swimming in all directions as I made my way through the pipes, the joints, and the merging of which turned into a wider and wider line of worms and snakes and creatures I had only dreamed about in nightmares. I suddenly came up to the surface doing the backstroke in the waters of the Gulf of Mexico as I passed the sea turtles and dodging the dolphins and grouper fish. The planes, they were flying overhead advertising Billy Bob's Oyster Shack and Save with Geico. There was a skywriting from one plane to the other, but one of them said, "God is coming. After the war in the Middle East is over, and there were wave runners skimming across the water, but with disregard for their wake. Suddenly one came very close to me, and it caused me to use a riptide to swim sideways to escape. While another came so close that I began to spin in circles at an incredible speed, causing a whirlpool to develop and suck me in and down into the sea. I was barely conscious, and I said my prayers to God, and I said, "Whisk me to the brain and bring me back from where I came." Back through the snakes, back through the roaches, back through the tissue, back from the brown torpedoes and the vomit of babies, and back into the blue. Up through the drain and rising to the sun as I opened my eyes. And I was there back home in the same pool, with the sun bathing my heavily breathing chests. I opened my eyes to see that I had just been paid nothing, and I paid nothing for a very exciting vacation away from the bad news of the radio. Happy to be back, and back to the pleasures of my cool, cool water and a sweet iced tea with lemon. Isn't Prozac amazing? Pleasant dreams.